What is the value of what we do in extension, outreach, and community education at a public land-grant institution? How do we properly measure improvements to industrial production, family well-being, or community cohesion that result from our ongoing activities or from our special initiatives? What's the worth of new information, direct technical assistance, or learning how to overcome a personal or social inability? What are the best ways to portray what we do so that our stakeholders and our funders are comfortable that our ongoing support, as expressed in our annual budgets, is money well spent? In recent years, public education has often strained to try to define its social worth in terms of job creation and state or regional income generation. And in doing so, we have sometimes lapsed into imprecise, if not misleading language alluding to job multipliers or social or economic returns on investments, claims that often strain credulity when scrutinized carefully. The problem is that much of what is done by a land-grant university that is of intrinsic value to society does not fit nicely into job creation or market improvement rubrics. We need to learn the appropriate language for conveying our public worth. Economists and public policy specialists define governmental roles in terms of the bundle of public goods that they can or must provide in areas where the private sector falls short. Governments implement programs that benefit the health, safety, and welfare of the general citizenry, often without regard to one's ability to pay for those services. And they are called goods because we in fact value them greatly and are collectively willing to pay for them with taxes. The social gains and benefits to those activities include peace of mind, an adequate and efficient distribution of necessary public goods like roads, fresh water, sanitation, public health programs, and wide-ranging educational institutions that teach, develop skills, conduct essential research, and in the case of extension and outreach, carry research and best practice information into particular industries, organizations, subpopulations, and communities. But what is it worth? How do we value it? What are the appropriate numbers to use when evaluating our contributions? Are the public's costs the true measure of what we do? We can look to economics for graphs, equations, and diagrams, but the substance of economic principles tells us that our worth is either tangible, that is, we can adequately price our contributions in market terms, or it is intangible in that what we produce and develop has social value in ways markets cannot price very well. When we improve farm productivity or reduce industrial costs, we are making the economy more efficient. When the value of the improvements exceeds the public's costs, then government has tangibly improved society. It has generated quantifiable benefits that exceed the costs. But much of what we do is not transacted monetarily and does not fit tidily into supply and demand graphs. If that is the case, we look at measures of effectiveness and efficiency associated with our primary objectives. Take, for example, nutrition and overall wellness education. There may be tangible monetary outcomes such as increased workforce longevity, decreased illness, etc., and much more satisfying and immediate quality of life outcomes. The former requires intricate assumptions about future value, productivity, inflation, and a range of other assumptions about the economy. The latter require us to identify the primary motivations for developing the program and the primary objectives we are trying to achieve. We have an obligation to be efficient and effective in the delivery of our educational programs. Efficiency means that we deliver the most units of goods possible per unit of spending. Effectiveness means that our programs do what we say they are going to do. Adequately determining our public value, then, means using not only the right tools and procedures to develop and deploy public goods, but also the correct mechanisms for evaluating our program's worth to society at large.